This Morning Live, brought to you by
Parachute Advance, best रोज्नेहरूका लागि. Parachute Advance, मेरो लागि best.
Associate Sponsor
Everest Bank, दिगो, दरिलो र विश्वासिलो.
Pepsodent, एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ.
नमस्कार यहाँलाई दिस मर्निङ लाइभमा म समीर तपाईसँग म फेरि फिर्ता आइसकेको छु तपाईलाई भनिहाल्यो अहिले 6:30 बजेदेखि म र गुरु सुरेश चन्द्र रिजालज्यू सँगै थियौँ भने अब हिमालय खबर पश्चात म आएको छु तर म एक्लै छैन अघि जानु अगाडि मैले निवेदन गरेको थिएँ कि आज हामीसँग एकदम इन्ट्रेस्टिङ गेस्टहरू हुनुहुन्छ दम्पति दुवै हुनुहुन्छ उहाँको विभिन्न दुईटा क्षेत्रलाई उहाँले रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ तर उहाँ को भन्ने कुरा भनिसकेँ तर एकपटक उहाँको बारेमा हामीले तयार पारेको एउटा छोटो भिडियो हेरौँ त्यसपछि कुराकानी सुरु गरौँला भिडियोको बेला भएको छ
हर्षवर्धन शाहनी नेपाली विज्ञापन क्षेत्रमा स्थापित नाम हो चित्र एडभर्टाइजिङ एजेन्सीका क्रिएटिभ डाइरेक्टर तथा सिइओ शाहनीसँग विभिन्न रचनात्मक एजेन्सीहरूसँग काम गरेको 3 दशक भन्दा बढीको अनुभव छ विज्ञापन र ब्रान्डिङको मुटु र आत्मालाई नजिकबाट बुझ्ने खुबी भएका शाहनी युवालाई यो क्षेत्रमा आकर्षित गर्ने व्यक्तित्व समेत हुनुहुन्छ नेपाली विज्ञापनको क्षेत्रमा नयाँ र फरकपनाको पर्याय बन्नुभएका उहाँले बनाएका धेरै विज्ञापन मानक नै बनेका छन् तस्नीम शाहनी व्यवसायी हुनुहुन्छ बिरयानी प्रेमीहरूका बीच चर्चित उहाँले सन् 2006 मा किलोको हिसाबले बिरयानी बेच्न सुरु गर्नुभएको थियो घरेलु रूपमा सुरु गरिएको यो व्यवसायले उहाँको पाककलाको जादुसँगै बिस्तारै गति लिन थाल्यो परम्परागत शैली र मौलिक स्वादका कारण खानाका शौकीनहरूका बीच बिस्तारै परिचित हुँदै जानु भएकी उहाँको जीवनमा हिमालय टाइम्सको स्तम्भ टर्निङ पोइन्ट बन्यो यसपछि बिरयानीको बढ्दो माग र उहाँको चर्चाले यथास्थितिमा सीमित रहन शाहनीलाई दिएन फलत सन् 2015 मा मुम्बईका साझेदार अब्बास नोलवालासँग मिलेर उहाँले तस्नीम किङ्स किचन सुरु गर्नुभयो जसले छिट्टै उचाइ लिँदा कोभिड पछिको अवस्था भने केही कठिन बन्यो बढ्दो लागत र घट्दो ग्राहक संख्याका कारण तस्नीम अहिले टेक अवे र क्याटरिङमा सक्रिय हुनुहुन्छ तिनै ब्रान्डिङ र विज्ञापन क्षेत्रमा सक्रिय हर्षवर्धन शाहनी र व्यवसायी तस्नीम शाहनी हाम्रो अतिथि हुनुहुन्छ
Welcome both of you.
Namaste.
Namaskar. How's the video?
Very nicely summed up.
I was concerned
Gazur.
because of Harsh is here, our advertising guru, Nepal ko, he's going to see this video. I told him he's very particular, very, she's very, I will not say very too much, but you focus on attention, you have attention to details. I know this. And I was thinking, oh no, if the video is not good, we'll have a problem. They might even walk off the set. You will not walk off the set. You will be fine. So anyways, just welcome to both of you, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Saturday morning.
Thanks a lot. Good morning.
Was it difficult to wake up in the morning and come to your show?
I'm not a morning person, so
Right.
yes, a little bit difficult, but I was very excited to come here.
Right.
So yes.
So you have been with us in the past in another form, another avatar, right?
Yes.
Our
yes,
avatar, not
yes.
yours. So I'll start with you actually, because you're saying us, Harsha, but I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
In the introduction video, the last 10 seconds said you're going from restaurant to now like a cloud catering kind of thing,
right.
cloud kitchen. So what is that? Can you tell us about the next step of the journey, or what made you think about the cloud kitchen?
Okay, so basically you know about the entire journey that
Of
we've
course.
been on with the rest. First we started from a home kitchen,
Right.
then I went on to a restaurant, so we just completed 10 years of the restaurant. And now I think so it's the escalating cost and a lot of factors put together. So we'll be now shifting to a cloud kitchen and we'll be concentrating mainly on caterings, a lot of takeaways, office lunches, packed meals. And we'll be, of course, continuing with our kg-based biryanis.
Of course.
So we'll be doing everything, yes, but we'll not be having a place where people can dine
Right.
as of now.
So would the name be the same?
Of course, absolutely.
same.
The
It's a
same
brand,
Steam's
right?
Kitchen. Everything remains the same, from my telephone number, and we are barely not even 5 to 6 minutes away from my earlier place. So even the location would kind of be the same.
So maybe I'm going to ask you, but then maybe Harsh can add in. What took you so long to decide? I mean, it's been almost, 2015 you started Tasneem, right?
Right.
So it's now 2025, so almost 10 years, a decade. Now you are shifting, right? Did you feel that this should have been done earlier, or are you okay with the timing of the shift right now?
Is this-
Maybe we can answer, yeah. Because you're also very much a partner in crime, aren't you?
Absolutely. He's my backbone.
Exactly, exactly.
See, everything has a time and a place, right?
Right.
It's life is continuously evolving, changing, dynamics are changing. So, in the sense, if you see globally, the food industry, the dining industry has been changing, not just in, it's universal, yes, from US to Australia. Since post-COVID has been the biggest disruptor. So what COVID did was people started dining at home. So takeaways grew exponentially. Okay, if you see the data from your delivery services, the growth has been like, I would say quantum in marketing terms is like phenomenal. And even that phenomenon can't escape Nepal. So what's happened is, if you see the delivery logistics industry in Nepal,
Yes.
No one earlier would ever think of ordering on Foodpanda, Pathao or vogues or any other delivery
Absolutely,
apps.
absolutely.
Now forget delivery of food. Now you're delivering documents from one table to another. So that dynamics has evolved, and since that infrastructure is there, and over a period of time, what's happened? The rentals have increased so high that some business become unviable. So when your footfall drops and people are dining at home, and your rentals increase. So it's like a perfect storm kind of stuff for small businesses. And in a way, we have been toying with the idea of moving back to where she started from for a couple of years post-COVID. In fact, post-COVID, it did normalize, but in the last 2 years, probably the economic scenario in terms of businesses and other stuff has been facing a kind of a crush. So it's not I would not look at it as a 2 steps forward, one step back kind of stuff. It's basically evolving.
Right.
So now what it does is, since the financial pressures are off, she can more focus more on food.
Oh, correct.
Okay, experiment, innovate. And what she's always been good at is meeting people, bringing good food at home.
Yeah.
So she was doing good food at home. Now she's back to good food at home. Instead of a restaurant, it's at home on your dining table.
Fantastic. No, that is amazing. I just want to, let's go back.
Okay.
We started from today. Now let's go back.
Right.
What prompted you in Nepal to think like, this is an industry that I want to get into, cooking? Harsha mentioned that you're good at cooking. Obviously, we know that. We have tried it. But was that the driving force, or was it something else that made you join the culinary industry or entrepreneurship or restaurant entrepreneurship in Nepal?
See, first of all, after marriage, I used to always tell Harsh, I don't want to work, I just want to chill and relax at home. That was what my thought was. But then being the person I am, I can never sit quietly in one place. And it was Harsh who was like, why don't you do something? You've come to Nepal, so why don't you do something which you're good at? And whenever we used to have get-togethers, parties, with close friends and all my friends were working, all ladies working, so I used to be the one either hosting or cooking. So that cooking was always there. And that's when everybody got together and they're like, why don't you start something? And yes, he did make for me a menu, which I just have 5 basic items, where I had 2 different biryanis and 3 curries. Started off with 5 items and started from home. And that's how, then yes, I must mention about Dabi Bhagat, who wrote an article for me. And frankly, I didn't know who Dabi Bhagat was at that time. And when his article came in the Himalayan Times, that was my first article, Take Away Tasneem. And from that, people did get to know a little bit about it. And then I started putting up, notices on the boards of, like Herman Helmer's, British School and all that, since we were in that area. People took my number, and that's how it all started, from 5 dishes.
I'll go back even further.
Okay.
I mean, going back to India days, where you grew up. Were you always someone who used to like cooking, your parents, mom, dad, both, were
Yes.
they into cooking? What was the influence into cooking?
See, I mean, my mom was an amazing cook.
Right.
And she still is an amazing cook. And the background where I come from, everybody loves food. They all are into trying new recipes. And we are fond of food. I got married into a family where my mother-in-law was an amazing cook. And it's like I learned her set of, culture and food. She was a Parsi, so I learned the Parsi cuisine. I learned the Sindhi cuisine. I learned my Bora Muslim cuisine. So we've always been with a lot of food.
You're from which part of India originally?
We are from Bombay.
Mumbai, okay.
Mumbai.
Which part of Mumbai actually?
I'm from Mazgaon. I was born and brought up in Mazgaon.
Okay.
I got married and now my house is in Andheri. So we're very close to the airport.
Harsh, you also originally from Mumbai or no?
We are born and brought up, both of us, in Mumbai.
Both of you are.
So one thing I want to add about the food and culinary. See, if you've been to Mumbai, Mumbai is like the melting pot of India.
Right.
And the influences of all India is like assimilated in a 30 square kilometer area, with millions of people. So in Mumbai, the best part is you can have a street meal for 50 rupees and you can have a fine dining experience of 5,000 rupees.
Of course.
So there is no limit. Right. And it's not just the price, it's the variety of cuisine, from South Indian, North Indian, the amalgamation of food, the flavors, the spices.
Of course.
And if you go to Mumbai, like every street has a specialty.
Of course.
Every gully, what we call in Mumbai terms, there are places which are known as cow gully.
Yes.
Okay, so in her community, in the Bori community, there is a whole lane of cow gully where you have restaurants which are like 70, 80, 90 year old. They are iconic, diners. Okay, nothing fancy. Okay, you can still in those places have a decent meal for 200 rupees.
Yes.
Amazing meal.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not about pricing. It's not about this. It's the passion that involves in the food. So so if you take a Bori community, they are like masters in their kind of Mughlai cuisine. Right. So there's South Indian, there's North Indian, there's Gujarati, there's Maharashtrian. So it's and everyone is borrowing from each other. Okay, so there is and especially in the new generation of caterers and diners and all. Right. It's a and with the help of social media, even small diners can now put their food out on public display. So it's grown. People are now experimenting. Okay, cultures are. It's like a meeting point on the dining table.
Right. I just want to add. I've been to Mumbai many times. I have very good friends in Mumbai, so I'm familiar with the Mumbai culture. But you are focusing a lot on the biryani side of things, isn't it?
Yes.
But given your background, that's what I'm trying to get at, is given your background of having experienced so many different kinds of food, as you rightly put, Mumbai is a melting pot. Have you thought about expanding your cuisine or menu into something else, for example, pav bhaji, and
we do that.
But I'm just giving an
in a bigger
example
scale.
of among many other things, Have you tried to expand the menu to some other parts also of the mix, so as to say?
Okay, see.
But focus on biryani is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. See, we focused on biryanis. We focused on food which we get in Mumbai, the Bora cuisine.
Right.
So we specialized in what we are absolutely good at.
I see.
So that is what we wanted to give to Kathmandu, to Nepal.
I see.
Because India and Mumbai has a very vast thing. Like a simple thing like a biryani. I would say that biryani is of over 27 kinds and just a chicken biryani. Right. Like just in India, you will have your Lucknowi, you'll have Hyderabadi, you'll have from South. Yes. Like itself in Maharashtra, you'll have so many different biryanis. Okay. So the food which we were at present serving is the typical Bora Muslim food which you get in Mumbai. So that is what we were specializing in. And of course, we do our specials like every week. Now that is what we are going to start. Every week we'll be having a particular dish which will be specially made by me, and even I will be asking all my regular customers, because over the years, I was the one, when I went on for 18 years cooking from home, I used to be cooking personally out there. Okay. So they all know, okay, we want this dish, we want that dish. There are certain dishes which cannot be added in a restaurant menu. So all that also will now start.
So you will be expanding for sure.
Yes.
One thing, what about you tell me, why don't you do this and that and this and that? See what's happening if you look at the dining industry, there are now restaurants with very limited menu, okay, where there are 5 items on the menu and that's it. And it does. See what happens is do something you are great at.
I see.
Okay,
fair enough.
Like in Bombay, if I know I want to eat this, I need to head there. If I want to have a bun maska, I need to head to Kayanis. I need to head this. So there are specialties which people die for. Okay, people drive 30 kilometers in a Bombay traffic just to have that. Now in Nepali context also, what happens is there are people who now don't say Tasneem Tara, or there are people coming from Banswari to Jamsikhel to have a biryani.
Right.
So there are passionate people who want to have that specific food. And let's face it, I don't want to come to Tasneem for momos.
Right.
We are not good at.
Absolutely.
Momo is very specific.
Right.
Or there are other items, like I don't want to do pizzas also, burgers also, momos also. It doesn't make sense.
I understand. So you want to specialize on what you're good at, but you can have some on the side, etc., etc.
See, when you're expanding the menu beyond this kind of there's nothing specific that you become good. You're jack of all kind of stuff. Let's face it, and it's not. We are not in this business for making money and profit lines and all. It's sheer passion. It's her passion for her Bori food. So, and she does experiment. Like she did a Parsi food festival at Solti. She did a biryani festival at Hyatt Regency. So there are 5-star diners which are inviting her to do a specific what she specializes her in.
So you could be you're also a masterclass trainer in many ways.
Yes. We do have these cookouts which are on since now nearly 7 years. So even I do cooking classes also.
I've seen your posts. I've not been to any one of those, but I should. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to. But I'm hoping that in the coming days when you do, now you move to cloud, when you do the training, maybe I can also join there.
Definitely. Done.
And maybe even try some of the new takeaways, the dishes. Harsh, we'll have to go to a break very soon. But after the break, what I want to come back to you is maybe you start thinking, you came from India. Now you're also doing a restaurant, right? So I want to first ask you, what brought you to Nepal from India and why you're here? You haven't made it Nepal your home, basically second home. I want to know the secret as to why you leave Mumbai. I love Mumbai. I love Mumbai more than Kathmandu sometimes. But why leave Mumbai and come to Kathmandu and stay here? We'll talk about that. अहिले एउटा छोटो ब्रेक लिउँ ब्रेक पछि हर्षलाई एकदम कडा क्वेसन सहित म सुरुवात गर्छु अहिले छोटो ब्रेक
तपाईको फेभरेट सनसिल्क स्याम्पू अब भयो अझै राम्रो यसमा छ vitamins, oils अनि प्रोटिनको एक्टिभ मिक्स जसले दिन्छ तपाईलाई शाइनी, घना अनि सुन्दर कपाल सुपर कपाल हरेक बार नयाँ सनसिल्क एक्टिभ मिक्स को साथ अब सनसिल्क कन्डिसनरमा पनि उपलब्ध छ
हिजो गरेको जोहोले आजको जीवन सुखद हुन्छ थोरै नै किन नहोस् बचत गर्ने बानी बसालौं एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो थोपा थोपा पानीले विशाल सागर बन्छ थोरै नै किन नहोस् बचत गर्ने बानी बसालौं एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो
प्रस्तुत छ प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी रेन्ज जसमा छ भर्जिन कोकोनट ओइल यसले शिशुको कोमल स्किनलाई सफा गरी पोषण दिन्छ प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी तपाईको बेबीको ग्रोथ पार्टनर
कसैले मुस्कुराएर हेर्नुपर्छ माया नै बसे जस्तो ठान्छौं कसैको पहिरन देख्न साथ यस्तो र उस्तो भन्न थाल्छौं विदेश भन्न साथ पैसाको बोट जस्तो सस्तो पाउन साथ केही न केही खोट जस्तो हामीलाई धारणा बनाउन त कसले पो रोक्छ र यसैगरी हाम्रो बारेमा पनि यहाँहरूले केही धारणा बनाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ वा बनाइसक्नु भएको छ भने पनि कृपया पहिला हामी कहाँ आउनुहोस् जहाँ छ अत्याधुनिक बैंकिङ जहाँ छन् युवा जनशक्ति जो आफैमा सबल र सफल बैंक हो र जसको पहुँच सुगमदेखि दुर्गमसम्म छ। त्यसपछि सेवा सुविधा बारे थाहा पाउनुहोस् अनि बल्ल धारणा बनाउनुहोस्। राष्ट्रिय वाणिज्य बैंक तपाईको आफ्नै बैंक। आफ्नो भनेको आफ्नै हुन्छ।
This morning live brought to you by
Parachute Advanced Best रोज्नेहरूका लागि Parachute Advanced मेरो लागि best
associate sponsor
एभरेस्ट ब्याङ्क, दिगो, दरिलो र विश्वासिलो।
पेप्सोडेन्ट एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ।
ब्रेकपछि यहाँलाई स्वागत छ। हाम्रो अतिथिसँग म कुरा गर्दछु र कुरा गर्ने क्रममा म हर्षतिर जान्छु। हर्ष, so as I was mentioning, why Nepal? Why Kathmandu? Mumbai is an amazing city. India is an amazing country. You know, there's a lot of opportunities there also. But you have made Nepal a place of opportunities. Especially you started with advertising. Why? Why leave that and be here more?
See, no one has an answer to why. Okay, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
But you have been here.
Yeah. So what happened was in '97, we got married in 1997, and what happened was that at the same time I had 3 job offers simultaneously. So one was in Lucknow, one was in Pune, and one was in Kathmandu. And
I must add this one thing which I know he will not add in. It was our civil marriage, okay, because it's an intercaste marriage.
Oh yeah,
he's a Hindu, I'm a Muslim.
Yeah.
And we were signing the papers and he gets a call. So he's like on the call and he's signing and he just asked me like, it's like Hyderabad, Lucknow, Pune or Kathmandu. And I thought maybe he's planning a honeymoon or something like that. And I'm like, while signing Kathmandu. And the matter was finished. And in the evening was our reception. And then he calls his parents, my parents and me and he says, within 14 days, we have to pack baggage and go to Kathmandu. I'll be there for work. And we were like, what? We all thought he's joking, And yes, that's how. So within 14 days of our marriage, we came here.
So Kathmandu was not the Kathmandu now. This is like a long time ago.
Oh,
yes. Different place altogether.
It's like 28 years of honeymoon now.
Oh, yeah, of course. But again, why Kathmandu? Lucknow was nice. Pune would have been nice.
No, for a guy in Bombay, Pune and Lucknow would be too close. And Kathmandu was always had this mystical, magical kind of imagination. Like we grew up with Hare Rama, Hare Krishna songs of Devanand, and we saw those stories which came from Nepal. And it's a to me, I've always been inclined towards something mystical, something spiritual, something out of the norms. So going to Pune or Lucknow would be extension of being in Mumbai. And at that point of time, it sounded very romantic or whatever you call it. And we, in career sense, leaving advertising from Mumbai, coming to Kathmandu, like my friends warned me, this is suicidal, what's gone wrong with you? Kind of convince me, don't do this, it's a career suicide kind of stuff. But I've never flown with the tide kind of stuff. So I said, let's try it out. And when I landed in Kathmandu, what grabbed me and what made me stay back is the people. It's like amazing people who never ever differentiated Indian outsider kind of thing. It's like our cultures are the same, our traditions are the same, our life is the same. Okay, so the values are exactly the same as in India. Okay, there's nothing whatsoever which is different. Of course, the language is, I can speak Nepali now. Not as fluently as you, but
yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. So no, I like. The first thing I wanted to do is pick up on the language, okay, and make sure that there's no language barrier in terms of conversing or getting across. Because being in advertising, the first thing I needed to do is understand the people that I'm going to create advertising for. Okay, so language was the most important thing for me to learn as fast as. And the best way I thought was when we landed in Kathmandu. Kathmandu was not as crowded as.
Exactly, it's totally different world.
It's a different world. Okay, in '97, Kathmandu today
of course.
is very different from what is in 2025. So the best point I did was, and I was just setting up Thompson Nepal here.
Right.
And when we started, we did not have many clients. We had like few Indian multinationals which were here, and had a lot of time on hand. So I bought a cycle, and I used to just pedal across Kathmandu, from Patan to Lagan Khel to even go all the way to Apna New Road and Asin markets and just sit there and talk to people on the streets. Okay, just talk to people on the streets.
Right.
Okay, get to know people. Okay, I'm not talking about your who's who of Nepal.
No, not hi-fi.
I'm talking about the street level.
Yeah, understood.
How a Nepali thinks, how a Nepali what he values in his day-to-day life, how he lives his day-to-day life. Okay, and then it extended from Kathmandu to all over Nepal. Like I'm so blessed that I say I have traveled from east of west, north to south of Nepal. Okay, and the most happiest moment is I go beyond Kathmandu. So when I go for my shoots outside, when I'm shooting across, say, from Mechi to Mahakali, the standard. So it's an experience which I wish everyone in Nepal, especially local Nepalis who have not, in the 20 years or 30 years of life, not been to Pokhara.
But you have done that many times. I think from the very beginning also, right? I'll just hold you for a second. I want to ask Tasneem, I will come back to you. So Harsh, we understand, advertising industry, the job brought him here, and I stayed, But you were I would say dragged. I don't mean in a bad way. You guys know
she
me,
made
right?
the choice, Kathmandu.
But she agreed. I would say she agreed to come and join you, right?
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Like, had you been to Nepal before that?
I had been to Nepal with my family, but that would have been when I was in my college days.
Just as a tourist?
Just as a tourist. So we had come from Bhairava and all, by the road and all that.
So that would make it even more interesting. Now we're going back there, to stay for a long time.
Yes.
How were the early days, or early years of Nepal? And what did you do? What were you thinking in Kathmandu? And
we had an amazing time. We were staying in a guest house when he was with Thompson, and we were the only couple who was staying there. The rest all were bachelors. And you are working 5 days a week, so every Saturday and Sunday, we all in the guest house, and we would just go out gallivanting, discovering new places, partying on Friday nights, walking back from Tamil and coming at 3, 4 at night. Like, we have discovered every lane. When we came here, we were staying in the guest house and we had nothing. We didn't have a refrigerator, we didn't have a TV. But believe me, for nearly a year or two, we have not missed all that. We have really enjoyed. Wow. So I have and still have amazing memories of Kathmandu.
But at initial stages, there's no plan to go into the industry, in restaurant, anything, right?
Nothing.
You're just kind of going with the flow, right?
In fact, there are a lot of people when I put up my post, so the guys from the guest house write, we remember trying out your biryanis.
But you were cooking
I used to cook for them because they all were bachelors. I used to be at home. They all used to go to work. Right. So like, any birthdays, any parties. And we did have a cook, but then I used to be like, okay, now I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. So it had always been there, the cooking part of it.
Right, so that kind of was the driving force behind it. Did you try anything in between, before you started Tasneem? Did you do anything in between as an entrepreneurship or something? Or no?
I used to work here as a public relations officer. Below Royal Singhe at Kamladi, there was a place like Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes, yes, I know about that,
so
yes.
I was the public relations officer for that place.
Oh, I see.
So for all those Hollywood, Mickey and, all that thing. It was a very beautiful thing.
Okay.
It was Swayambhuji Taladhar. He was the owner of that entire place.
Okay.
So yes, I did work for 7-8 months. Then of course, I had to go for my delivery. So I went to Mumbai. Then I had kids. So like, everything took like a back seat. bringing the kids up and all. And
Of
then
course.
finally it was like, okay, now enough, like I really want to work or something, do something. That's when the entire thought and everything, and Harsh and all my friends were like, okay, do something which you're really good at. So that's how the cooking...
No, it's already an amazing journey. I think with you here, I think we could go for 2-3 hours. So because this is a very interesting topic also, because a lot of people have seen you in different angles, restaurant, advertising, but they have never, many don't know your background, how you came, what you brought you here. So this is very interesting. Harsh, going back to your profession, when you came here, advertisement was very beginning stage, I would say. And television was just getting established, nothing like now, no podcast, no social media as such. How the evolvement that has taken place, do you think the way advertising has evolved in Nepal, is it like organic? Is it like on par with some other low-income countries that you might have seen, or even India for that matter? Or do you think we could have done more in that sector?
See, in 97, of course, it was the age of beta cameras, and
of course,
and the technology was very evolving even at that point in time. But what I would like to stress on is, advertising is not about just a fine studio or the latest technology. Advertising is about people. You're talking people to people. Okay. Even if you're selling a product, you're selling to a human being who has emotions, who has thoughts, who has wants to have aspirations, who wants to live a better way of life. So, unfortunately, the growth has been exponential in terms of 97 till 2025, where technology has helped you, social media has helped you. But I feel somehow the messaging, the content needs a lot of investment in terms of the industry. My industry needs to invest in young talent.
Right.
Okay. You may have the most fanciest of cameras, the fanciest of editing studios, but without the skill of the human skill, all those technology is useless. Okay. So what you are creating are ideas, and technology can't help you create ideas. It can facilitate, execute the idea, but at the end of the day, it is the human mind which needs training and skill development. You might say now we have AI, we are evolving towards AI. I don't know where the world will go with AI tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, I also have to adopt to AI because it's the future. I can't escape that. But at the same time, the human quotient will always remain, especially in creative fields.
Of course.
Okay. So in her fields, even if you have tomorrow a robot cooking biryani, it will not be the same as her cooking, or me writing a script for a Nepali sitting in Jomsom or say Janakpur.
Right.
Okay. So AI can even it can facilitate new options.
Right.
But at the same time, you can't escape the human quotient. So I beg my industry, and I've been doing that for last almost 10-15 years, telling people how the industry here needs to develop talent so that the talent does not leave Nepal, which is kind of a exodus right now, where everyone says Malay Bidesh Jane ho. And whenever I hear young guys saying Malay Bidesh Jane ho, and I feel that the role models have failed the youth of Nepal. I honestly feel the role models that should have encouraged, the industry leaders that should have encouraged skill development, employment, made sure that the youth of Nepal stayed in Nepal, contributed to Nepal, has somehow been lost in this mad rat race of just better financial bottom lines.
We'll come back to this, Harsham. This is a very important topic. AI, especially, both in both sectors. But we will have to take a break. Last break for the day. छोटो ब्रेक भन्न छ मेरो ब्रेक पछि हाम्रो अतिथिलाई फेरि लिएर आउँछौँ अहिले हेर्दै गर्नु होला
नयाँ प्याराशुट नेचुरल स्याम्पूलाई मेरो कपालले भन्छ यस। यसको प्राकृतिक गुणहरूले कपाललाई राख्छ प्राकृतिक रूपमा सिल्की र बलियो। प्याराशुट नेचुरल स्याम्पू, केमिकललाई भनौँ नो, नेचुरललाई भनौँ यस।
ट्राई गर्नुहोस् नयाँ एन्टी ड्यान्ड्रफ स्याम्पू, चायाबाट 100% सुरक्षाका लागि।
पाइला सपनाको भरोसाले हिँड्छ। कठिन भए नि आफ्नो सपना आफ्नै हुन्छ। कथा साहसको आँट कोरिदिन्छ, व्यथाको कथा पनि आफ्नै हुन्छ। आफ्नै सुन्ने, आफैलाई खोज्ने नयाँ युगमा पनि आफ्नो भनेको आफ्नै हुन्छ। राष्ट्रिय वाणिज्य ब्याङ्क, सम्पूर्ण डिजिटल कारोबारका लागि डिजिटल संसार।
प्रस्तुत छ प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी रेन्ज, जसमा छ भर्जिन कोकोनट ओइल। यसले शिशुको कोमल स्किनलाई सफा गरी पोषण दिन्छ। प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेबी, तपाईको बेबीको ग्रोथ पार्टनर।
This morning live brought to you by
प्याराशुट एडभान्स, बेस्ट रोज्नेहरूका लागि। प्याराशुट एडभान्स, मेरो लागि बेस्ट।
Associate sponsor
एभरेस्ट ब्याङ्क, दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो।
पेप्सोडेन्ट, एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ।
फेरि पनि यहाँ स्वागत छ ब्रेक पछि दिस मर्निङ लाइभमा। म हर्ष र तजिमसँग कुरा गर्दैछु। तजिम, बिफोर आई गो टु यु, आई जस्ट वान्ट टु फिनिश द कन्भर्सेसन अन AI that you started, Harsh. No doubt, AI is taking over. You can see social media, you can see international and ad. AI, and sometimes you can't even tell whether the person in the, like for some ads are real people or AI generated videos. Should we be worried in terms of human resource, okay?
Worried, yes, definitely. But what I would advise the young people, okay, not young, everyone involved in communications as far as my industry is concerned, definitely adapt to AI as fast as possible. Okay, you can't, like 10 years ago, social media, Facebook, Instagram changed the whole marketing dynamics.
Yes.
Tomorrow it will be AI. Okay. As far as I am concerned, I am learning AI. Okay. I am learning that even a simple designing software today. Okay. You have AI-based Photoshop now, which in 20 years ago was unthinkable. Okay. So today, if you go on designing softwares, there's AI involved, where image generation, text generation. Okay, AI can write your financial reports. AI can make your PowerPoint presentations. Okay, it's like I have daughters who are 26 and 21. Right. I tell them, if you are not upgrading your skills to this level, you will be obsolete not in 5 years, in 2 years.
Yes, the way it's going.
Okay, the way it's going. In terms of disruption, yes, there are industries, there are people, there are professionals who will lose their jobs. But there is a possibility that using the technology, using AI to multiply your source of incomes, to learn new skills, to diverse. Okay, so it's again, it's the human imagination. These are my tools. This is what is available. This is where the market is heading. Where do I plug myself in? Okay.
Right.
So in her kitchen, these are the spices, these are the ingredients. Right. What do I make of it? It's exactly the same.
Correct.
Okay. You look at in the context, your context. What are the tools? What are the resources available? What are my skills which I integrate through this, and who I reach at the end?
Right.
It's a simple fact. Answer those questions, so you will survive, and you will grow.
So you have to do smart. I think we have to be smart about it, right?
Of course, yes.
So you can't be scared, but you have to be prepared, and you have to work with it. You know, go with the flow kind of thing.
Not go with the flow.
No, okay. But the flow is AI.
Flow is AI. You have to integrate yourself in the flow.
Okay.
Make 2 + 2 = 5.
Okay.
Today, forget 5. I can make 10. I can make millions. It is up to me.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
You integrate the technology into what you're trying to do.
I have friends who are, I would say, scared of AI. Okay. I said, don't be scared of AI. COVID was the best learning process for me. COVID happened. I look at COVID as a kind of a rejuvenated, reborn Harsh. Okay. All the time that I never had, I said I will do some point in my life. 2 years I was sitting at home doing nothing. Okay. So that was the best time to reinvent yourself. Right. And that's the time when AI started hitting the scene. Right. Okay. That's the time when industry started changing, evolving.
Right. Okay.
So today there are apps which took me, say, a day to create an ad. I can do in 30 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now the sad part is, my client says, 30 minutes मात्र लाग्यो तपाईले यत्रो चार्ज किन गरेको?
कति चार्ज गर्न सकेको?
That 30 minutes is, you're not paying for the app. You are paying for my inputs that I put, which got you the results in 30 minutes.
Absolutely, very, very good point. Well taken, Marsh. Now, Tasneem, I'm sorry, I've kept you quiet for a few minutes.
No.
And I know both of you are
good. It's good to be quiet and Harsh talking for the change.
Both of you are wonderful orators. And you are communicators also. You have a very good way of expressing your ideas. So Tasneem, now we're gradually going towards the last 5-6 minutes of the show. So now we'll come back. We'll discuss advertising. We'll discuss food.
Right.
Now let's go back to your joint entrepreneurship. I know you're doing individual, but then when it comes to the restaurant now, a culinary enterprise, you join. You are joining hands. You're doing together. So now, what can we expect from the new Tasneem's King's Kitchen? Still same name?
Yes.
What will we expect when you start? When will you start? First of all, the cloud kitchen.
Okay, so we would be having, I would say, officially the last day for dining would be March 10th.
March 10th.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and we would be then just in that phase of a little transition from here to there. So, yes, we'll be operational by March 14th within 3 days immediately. Okay. And what you can expect, okay, lots of more varieties and lots of more different packagings and choices also, yes, because we can offer a lot of more things. Right. Now, since we are not into the daily dining thing, now we are thinking on ways of how to present food in the best possible way in everybody's house.
And would it be all day, only evening, only afternoon?
No, it's going to be the normal time.
I'll just add in here. That says, see, now what happens is it becomes more customizable because I'm now not curating to the masses.
Right.
I'm curating to your specific need for that specific hour. So now it is all request-based menu. So someone saying, I want to eat this. Okay, Tasneem ko yo dish jo usko normal restaurant ko menu ma chaina. I want to have that. So even today when she's not having the standard fare, there are requests being made daily. So now it will be more on a larger scale where the menu is curated to your like tapaile aaj ke khane ho phone garera bhannuस्.
Okay.
So it will be prepared.
So
customized,
curated menus. So it's curated menus not just for your day-to-day, for your events, for your parties, for your any kind of celebration. You want something special, call Tasneem.
So it's not just a basic takeaway delivery. It's more of a customizable also.
Absolutely. Like initially we had the thal. We had a bora thal in my restaurant, which I used to not advise people to do in packing. So now I would be personally going to their houses also, and I would be setting up that meal for minimum 8 people. So it would be nearly 11 to 12 course meal.
So you can have a 10 course sit down dinner at home, curated by Tasneem, served by her in your home.
Wow.
So that's the level of exclusive.
Will you also join maybe sometimes?
If you want,
be my kancha boy for driving me down. Okay.
I'm the kancha boy.
So this would be so. Would you be aligning with the other apps, delivery apps, or would you have your own delivery setup system?
We'll have our own delivery setup system, plus we will be with all the delivery systems also. Plus we'll have personal pickups And yes, we'll have even a personal drop by me and Harsh if we are doing the, normal, if you're doing like a thal, which I told you.
Right.
So that would be, I would be getting like my exclusive crockery, cutlery, getting it to your house where you do not even need to remove a fork and spoon in your house.
It comes with cutlery and everything.
It comes with the cutlery, crockery.
This is a good
I
deal.
would be serving the 11-course meal to you.
But do we have to, will we be charged an arm and a leg?
No.
1 month's salary?
No, not at all, not at all. I mean, it'll be a very reasonable thing depending on what kind of menu you want also. So we will have a lot of variations, right from pure vegetarian to somebody who wants a mix of, maybe we do amazing rangs, which is the leg of a goat. Certain of our dishes, they take nearly 14 hours of preparation. They're cooked on slow flame, on charcoal, like, overnight. So we have a lot of delicacies.
What's happening also, people are now more adventurous. Now, people don't want the run-of-the-mill stuff. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, ke naya khao, ke experiment karo. So, now if you look at, like I said, people are not dining out as much as they used to do earlier. Now people are more having parties at home, home dining.
Yeah.
Okay. At home also you want something nice. You want to impress your guest.
Of course.
Okay. You want to impress your family. You want to enjoy a good time with the family. So the best place to bond with people is over food, and good food adds a memorable occasion.
Of course it does.
Okay.
So would you be doing larger catering also, or visually smaller?
We
so
can
do
go,
large parties also?
We can even go for a 500, 1,000 person, a wedding.
Oh, so you're going big then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I still, there are weddings and caterings we have done for Nepali weddings, where people, the guests tell the host that तपाईको बिहाको खाना अहिलेसम्म याद छ.
Oh, त्यस्तो हो. त्यस्तो हो. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So our guests who have done a wedding with her, have called us repeatedly for all kind of functions.
I see. So you'll be going from very simple to lavish to large.
Yes.
Wow, this looks very interesting.
So that's why I say it's not a step back. People might see we are closing the dining, but it's a step up to a different ball game.
Of course, and that's going with the times also, because that's what we're going to. This is very interesting. And finally, I have Jani, last question. I want to go to ad again because we're wrestling about. So, what about you, Harsha? तपाईको जस्तो तपाईको एडमा तपाईको सीईओ पनि हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईँ फाउन्डरै हुनुहुन्छ विचित्रको हैन. तपाईको अब engagement with the advertising industry अब रहिरहन्छ कि are you kind of going to go take a back step के हो त्यो प्लान तपाईको? Let's say in the next decade or so.
See, for me to stay alive, I have to think of new ideas.
Right.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll be bored to death and probably I don't know what I'll do. So, what I have done over the last couple of years is I have made a conscious effort to upskill the talent that is available in Nepal.
Right.
It's within Vichitra.
Right.
Even I have done free of cost for young talent who are in the marketing and advertising field, communication fields, who want to learn. So I started a program called Creative Mojo, where I invited young people to write to me.
Okay.
If they want to learn about advertising and communications, free of cost.
Okay.
I used to conduct classes for them in groups. So there are people who have, professional people who are working in the industry today, have signed up. I've worked on their projects live with them to help them out in their industry, how they can cope, how they can manage their skills and show growth to their companies. And it's all free. I'm not charge anything for the gyan I have given. And it's my payback to Nepal, to my
fantastic.
What I say, my karma bhumi.
Right.
So it's time that people of my where we are right now.
Right.
It's time to give back.
Right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Give back as much as you can, so that when you are gone, people will value that important aspect that you played in their life.
It's the legacy.
Okay.
The legacy.
Why will people remember you?
Exactly.
It's how you contributed to their life, made their life better.
Correct.
Okay, that's all.
Exactly. No, thank you so much, Harsh. And Tasneem, I mean, you have been great friends of Nepal also. Not my friend, but you have been great friends of Nepal also. र उहाँले जुन दिनुभएको योगदान छ त्यो अमेजिङ छ त्यो भन्नु जरुरी छ र from your side, from a culinary restaurant enterprise, from advertisement, you guys have been I mean great ambassadors for Nepal also to India and elsewhere also.
Absolutely.
So thank you for your contribution and best wishes as you move forward with Tasneem's King's Kitchen as a cloud kitchen. And I look forward to trying some more food. And I know both of you will be working very closely. Advertisement will not be a problem, I'm sure. But do reach out if we can work together someday in the future. And I look forward to eating.
Definitely, definitely.
All your items very soon.
Do a cookout show on Himalayan TV.
Absolutely. Why don't we think about that, As we're also revising our strategy for the show. So anyways, good luck moving forward. And we'll talk to you some other time in some other place.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
उहाँलाई बिदाई गर्दै अब म पनि तपाईहरु बिदा लिन्छु तर भोलि बिहान सन्डे ब्रेक छ तर मन्डेदेखि फेरि हाम्रो नियमित कार्यक्रम सुचारु हुन्छ हेर्दै गर्नु होला हामीलाई दिस मर्निङ लाइभ हैव अ वन्डरफुल सैटरडे बाइ बाइ
This morning live brought to you by
Parachute Advanced Best रोज्नेहरूका लागि Parachute Advanced मेरो लागि best
associate sponsor
एभरेस्ट बैंक दिगो दरिलो र विश्वासिलो
पेप्सोडेन्ट एउटा मुस्कानले सबै बदलिन्छ.
What does it take to become number one? Is it the unmatched stability to tread through the most unstable of times? Or is it the strength to overcome any adversity and shine? Maybe all it takes is the courage to make that one stride that sets us apart from the rest of the world. With one identity, we maintain one stature. And with one solidarity to the one nation.